creativity is not dead, okay? Look at Poo Chains. Take these.
What can I hold?
You take this, and then Cora, you take this. When I moved here, I actually like didn't bring him at first. He was a very, very anxious dog. He hadn't been in like a super overstimulating environment in a while. So I was like kind of hesitant to bring him, and I didn't like know how working with him would go with kids. When I first brought him, everyone was like, oh, we love this dog, he's so weird. And I think I forget how weird he is because I'm around him all the time. And I forget how other dogs act. Like Pooh doesn't play fetch, Pooh doesn't run around, he just like stands there. So about 4 years ago, I had a friend who really wanted a puppy. He had another friend who was in Costa Rica who was like posting pictures of these puppies that she had at this animal rescue center. They found him and like 10 other puppies in a box. And I am just the type of person to be like, yeah, like let's just get on a plane and go and get it. I flew there by myself, picked up Paluche, which is his full name. All the other dogs did not look like Pooh, so he was like kind of the outlier. The girl really wanted one of the German Shepherd wiry hair looking ones, and then there was like this awkward tan one, which was him. And the whole time I'm doing this, I'm like, God, I'm so happy I'm not the one getting the dog. And then she wasn't able to keep him. The second I was holding him on the plane, I was like, this kind of feels like my dog. I never like pictured myself who could like take care of a dog, but I feel like I could take care of this dog. And he has his own jewelry business, so look at us go. It's not profitable. We're not for profit though, so. Over the summer, I'm working summer camp here at Salt Pump, which is like a bouldering only gym. So that means that there's not a lot of climbs for these kids to do. So I remember telling my staff, I'm like, we need to story build, okay? We need to keep these 5-year-olds entertained. So last week of summer, I was gonna have the kids like climb Mount Everest, and my staff were like, you could do better than that. And I was like, why don't I just like have them plan a birthday party or something for the dog? And then I was like, wait a second, why don't I just have them wedding plan for the dog? And then I was like, wait, what if Pooh has his own reality show, like The Bachelor, and I call it The Barkshire, and I take all the dogs from the gym, and I had the kids vote on which dog or cat or animal he marries. And I had like this whole YouTube series, Pooh finding his forever love.
Who will Pooh marry? Find out tomorrow.
The fall came and I just like got into making resin jewelry with my friends. Why don't I just take the pictures that I took of him in these wigs for summer and I made them into jewelry. Now I have the kids who are like bombarding me with ideas constantly. And at first the jewelry was like not that cute and I was like, this is so silly. And now I'm like, wait a second, like I get a lot of compliments on this necklace. I say they're really valuable. They really teach you something because it's about living in the moment because it can break at any time. I'm like, this is just for the bit, and the kids love it. They get a kick out of it. I think I do these things where I start something for the bit and then I take it way too far. My family thinks I'm like actually insane. Apparently my mom called my sister and she was like, so should we like be worried about Jane? And my sister's just like, Jane has always been like this. We grew up with so many animals. I mean, you can have enough animals, like you start to get really jaded when they die. Kind of decided like I would never have a pet. The irony is like, yeah, here I am. Pooh like brings me all the greatest things in my life. And it is funny, like I've had this dog like through my mid-20s. I do think at that point in my life, I was like an extreme people pleaser. And I did do this really selfless thing for someone. That love and care I have for that friend like brought me like the most special thing in my life. So it's really like pushed me on this emotional journey as well. People do have special relationships with their animals. Like the only person there on the plane with me was Pooh, you know, and we'll always have that. People are asking me, they're like, they use AI to put the wigs on the dog. I'm like, you serious? No. I sit my dog down, I put the beret on him and I say, stay. He's talented. The one thing he can do is just stand still. Joy is a vital part of resistance and like this is what's making these kids happy and this is like the least I could do is like do something silly. I actually say Poo Chains is bringing Whimsy back. Pooh, would you like to speak on your behalf? He said, I'm out of here. He said, and now time for pets.